Here we are live. It is currently 9:26 in the morning. We are, or I should say, going to get some live trading going on. I have what you see on the screen here is only one of my screens, so I will be looking at other stuff. So as the morning goes on, I just want to make you aware of that. A couple of things I'm looking at. First off is AMD. Everything. Also looking at MU this morning. So got a couple potentials, but nothing really jumping out at me right now at this point in time. So just gonna kind of take it slow and see what the morning brings us. I will get back to you with hopefully some good trades. Okay, guys, totally missed the entry and the exit. It happened so fast. But let me bring the chart down here. Basically, we had this range here out the open on AMD. We broke down out of the range, came back up to 29.82.5, and basically what I did was I shorted 29.78. I tried to get to 80, but once we had this rejection here off of this 29.82 level. We had the rejection here, and then we rejected off of it there. I tried to get any kind of bounce back up here. The best entry I could get was 29.80. So I shorted there, and then took profits somewhere. So think about this account manager with TEFS. It just doesn't lay it all out like speed does. It lets you know your entries and exits, because you have to the best way to trade this platform, you're getting hit by the spread. You can't bid and stock, and you have to take the offer, and if you're shorting, you have to take the bid, and so that's the disadvantage there. So basically, let me grab my chart back up here. So yeah, basically I took the short there. Obviously could have held it longer, but really wasn't looking for much, just looking for in and out and a good setup and a good entry. So there you have it. That's trade number one. I'll just add to that too, that was a very painless trade. So the most I was down on that trade was like $2. So being super precise on your trading is and I had a stop loss. Yeah, let me make note of that too. Also had a stop loss. Let me bring the chart back down. Had a stop loss at 29.90. So I was in at 78 right here. Had the stop loss at 90. So I'm glad I didn't hold it though. But right now, what I want to see happen is I want to see this level here, the 29.67 level, hold as resistance. If we break back up through this, that deletes the whole idea of lower lows. Because we're breaking back up through the last higher low. That lets me know that maybe we're already turning around before we even get to really trending. So yeah, we'll just wait from there and see what happens. Right now it looks like it's going to hold though, so that's an excellent sign for maybe not. Looks like we're blowing back up through, which AMD has been a pretty amazing stock. If you go back on the daily chart, it's pretty dang bullish. So they're not gonna let it fall too far, apparently, from the past. So like I said, you can pull that right up there and see we are pretty bullish. So, and we've got a support level here. Going to be falling somewhere like 29.50s, somewhere in there, and we're 10 cents away from that right now. So we actually did get down in the 50s, so that's major support there in this trending market. This market's trending, so it's trending up, so you can bank on past resistance is going to be your new support, so that's something to look for. We're looking at this level was resistance, correct? Before it broke out. So now the next logical thing would be for it to come back down and test. So now we're at 29.47 right now. So we're really breaking down good. We broke back through this level just for a brief moment, and that would have probably scared me out of the trade anyway. I like structure. I like it to look very structured. If anything, maybe would have put in a break-even trade like at 78, and then just went from there. So I'll get back with you on anything else that's looking good as of right now. Yeah, see, we're going to find support right there. 29.50 is going to be support. I'm also looking at CRON currently. We haven't broke out of the opening range yet, so I'm looking for that break to happen. And so right now we've got this opening range, and you know it can't make up its mind what it wants to do. We've also got oops, did I just make a whole lot of those? So you know we've got this range here. I just made like 3 of those, but it's all good. Okay. So it looks like CRON is going to bottom out there for a moment, for a brief moment. So we'll see what happens. We got the 200 and the VWAP right there above head, so it's got a lot of resistance. What I would like to see CRON do, I keep wanting to call it, it's called Kronos. I think that's how you pronounce it, but I want to call it Cron. I name all the stocks, you know, by what their ticker symbol is. It's like I feel like an idiot because I call them Cron, and you know, it's really CRON, I guess you would say, for Kronos, but it's whatever. Anyhow, looks like this. Looks like we've bottomed out. So what I'd like to see right now, let me just take you through my mindset of what this is. So if you notice these, you'll notice these bars right here. There's actually 2 of them, right there and right there. That's a very good sign. I like to see that. That's really a struggle. I call those pin bars. I learned that term from an Australian trader. I won't mention his name. I don't even know if he still trades today. But a lot of people today call, you know, they're well known as dojis as well, and certain types of doji candles and stuff like that. But I call them pin bars. It's a fat pin bar, and basically what it is and when you have 2 in a row like that, and you've got what you call okay, so let me pull this out really fast. So what you have here is you have what I would call a mother candle. That's the same color as that moving average. I'm trying to choose a good color there, but obviously I didn't. So this candle here, okay, is what you would call the mother candle, and the next candle that formed inside of that candle, it would be called, you know, the baby candle or the inside candle. See, the mother carries the baby candle or the inside bar, and that's what I would call an inside bar to, you know, this is your mother bar, and this is an inside bar to that mother bar, and both of them are pin bars, are rejection candles. Very good indication that this is going to continue down. So let me erase my stuff there. So in this now, we've come so far now that AMD's turning around now. I told you we hit that 29.50 level, major support there on the daily chart, and it's showing true because here we go, we're taking off. I'm going to let this be a bottom, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a line in here. So this is our new bottom. Basically what I want to see, I want to see this thing run up. This is not good enough. I want to see it run up. I want to know that the bulls are not playing around. And then I want to see some profit taken. And I want this thing to come down and make a new low. But I want it to be higher than this low. When it's higher than this low, I'll know I'm safe to get in on the long side. So that's what I'm waiting on AMD. Back to CRON. Gosh, this video is 10 minutes. CRON, I am waiting for confirmation, and I'll just pause it after this because I don't want to run this video up too long. I probably have to edit it now. The same idea. Like if we're going to base out here, we're either going to base out and start trending up from here and make a lower high, or I'm sorry, a higher high, a higher low. Geez, a higher low. And at that point, once I see that higher low form, so it'll look, it looks something like this. We had the pin bars up here. We come down, we leveled out, and then we start back up, and then we come back down, and then, somewhere right in here, I'm going to jump in with a stop loss right there. So, not the plan, though, at this point in time. Remember, this is live, guys, so I'm just running the scenarios over in my head. So it looks like we're breaking down now. We're taking in we're actually going to make a new low. This is also making a double bottom pattern, but I don't like them when the second leg or the second part of the W makes lower than this one. So that's a reversal sign. So that's another sign that says we're going to head back up. But you remember, we've got the VWAP, we've got the 200, so this thing's going to play hell getting up. So what I'll do is I will wait and see what we get in this area too, because you also have a beautiful shorting opportunity in this area, because if this can come up into here, okay, if this can come up into here, right here, and kind of start topping out on that 200, look what you have. You have this beautiful boom, 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 lower high, then break down to the structured lower low. You see where I'm going with this? Structured lower low. So right now, if you draw a trend line, let me back all this off. If you draw a trend, if you draw a trend line right now, or a a trend line. If you draw one right now, you've got this. All right, this is not real structure, but if it does, like I said, and it comes back up into this area, and now you've got this structure, this nice sloping way, but it looks like it's too weak. It looks like it's just too heavy. So right now we're gonna look for this, and I'm looking now at let's revamp this plan here just a little bit. Okay, if this holds under this level, under the 166 level, what I'd ideally like to see is this thing, the next candle, come back up and test this and reject it. If it rejects it, I'm short. AMD is still just floating around. It's not really doing much at this point in time. Oh, CRON is just gone now. It's just gone. Let's do... Damn. Okay. Support... we might find support somewhere in this area, and we may not. If we don't, we could be on a long ride back down. If this thing is so jacked up on the daily chart right now, like I don't even know what I'm looking at. It's just so jumpy, it's everywhere. But if this thing breaks down, we have a real negative day. What's going to happen is it's going to come down and try to fill this gap. I mean, we have a gap to fill at $10. So I mean, we are gonna, if we break down and everything, either by the end of today or whatever, if we break below this level, mind you too, I'm trading a very small account, so if you guys can, I mean, this is just a, if you can look right here, this is a $14,000 account. So there's really not a, I'm not trading it heavy. So I want you guys to understand that, and understand that this is a really good gain on a $500 investment. So you guys, with this broker, I invested $500. I can invest more, and I probably will, but I thought I would go very aggressive with this strategy, seeing that I only had $500 on the line. But mentally, I'm more conservative, so I don't know why I am that way, but I'm thinking about my $500, and I'm thinking, well, you know, I just made $26 on a $500 investment. You know, and you do that over the course of the week, you know, you make a pretty good percentage. So I'm not into a huge, I'm not trying to make huge money right now. So I want you guys to realize that it's not about the money right now. What needs to be understood is that that was a 13-cent gain, and that's, you know, pretty much my scalps. That's what I go for, 10 to 20 cents on average, 1-to-1 risk reward, 1-to-2 risk reward ratio. So if it works out, and you know, these trades keep going the way they are, you know, you can build that up really good and comfortably if you get in the best setups and the best trades. And this was a great setup, this AMD right here. Okay, because we had the rejection, we broke through the opening range, we came back up, tried to break through it, we couldn't, and then on this candle it came up, then was rejected, shorted, took profit. You see what I mean? So it was an easy trade, and that's what I'm all about. I just want the easy ones. I want the ones that add no stress. I don't want to have to, especially your first trade of the day, you want a nice clean win, because it helps your morale. You know, it helps the rest of your day to go well. Okay, I totally bailed out of this trade here on AMD for a $8 gain. So I'm done for the day. I just wanted to throw it up here and let you see basically what we had was the first trade. One second, it's my daughter in the background. First trade was here, we went short, we collected here. Second trade was, we had this W double bottom pattern. The second bottom was higher than the first. So, and we also had a green bar takeout, which is a very attractive thing to me. So what I saw was, I saw this green bar here take out the red, but I got a bad fill. I got in at 70. So my goal was, what I really wanted was a fill down in here, and that would have been, you know, low 60s, and that would have been a great $26 trade. But I didn't get it. I got in at 70, so I just didn't get greedy. And once we got here, I actually had this trend line drawn, and I knew we were trying to break out of this. So now we're making kind of a descending triangle pattern from this level. If we can't maintain this, we're going to break back down. But I don't think it'll be long lived. I think we're bullish overall. I could be wrong. We'll have to go back in time, or you'll have to go back in time after this is played out and see. So second trade was entered here at 70, right here. I could have got in better, but I got in at 70, and I took it all the way up to wherever, 5 cents. So 75. I got out at 75. Could have got out up here. Could have got out. Could have got out up around 80, which was my original target, but just didn't get it. So I'm gonna quit there. Good day, up $34, and you know, I'll take it. So I hope you guys have a good rest of the trading day, and hope you guys make a lot more money than I do. Have a good day, and we'll talk to you later.